welcome back to my channel. Today we're working on colored pencil layers on top of marker. I don't have a specific type of marker that I use because marker isn't my choice of medium, but I use a mixture of alcohol based and water based. I find that the alcohol based doesn't leave as many overlapping streaks as water based. Here I just lay a thin layer because it's I usually use brown Strathmore paper, tone tan Strathmore paper, but I'm using white, and the markers just lay a good base under, whereas the tone tan is already tan, already has a base, so I don't use marker with the tone tan, but you get good coverage when you use marker under colored pencil. If I didn't use marker, it would just be more layers I would have to lay with the color pencil, which I'm fine with. I work that way as well. But for this cartoon drawing, I just wanted to use marker. I am also using Prismacolor colored pencils to do this drawing, which are my favorite. To me, it's my preference of colored pencil. Just the pigment, the smooth lay, the wax base. I love them. My tips would be always use a extra sharp pencil, no matter how many times you have to sharpen your pencil. I probably sharpen it. I sharpen so much every time I get a dual tip, just a little bit dual from that point. I'm resharpening my pencil. You get good coverage that way. You fill in little gaps that way. And when you're laying layers, it's not about pressure, it's about the layers. So I may do one layer diagonal, may do the next layer horizontal, the next layer vertical. Just switch each layer, switch the direction that you're going, and trust the process. The one thing about colored pencils, when you start off, even if you're not using a marker base, it's not going to look like the end result in the beginning. You have to be consistent with your layers and just trust the process. Right now, it doesn't look like the finish. You can't tell what's going on there. So I just advise you to trust the process. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace. And lay your layers. Just have fun with it. Get in your zone. Don't rush the layers. Again, you don't want to start off with too much pressure. I did there's maybe on the back to the words, that's probably about 12 layers, just back and forth. You take your time with it. That's how you get good coverage. But don't rush it. This is about an hour and 30 minutes sped up to 7 minutes. But it's just about the layers. And once you're blending colors, it's my favorite way to blend. Start with a light layer, darken a little bit. You can add your second color here, but because I knew that solid line would be the darkest, I went ahead and darkened all the way with that spot. But what I showed in the sped up version is once because I'm blending into a lighter blue, I literally lighten the pencil gradually instead of blending two opposite colors. So I went from a dark blue to a lighter dark version of blue, all the way into the light when I do that in this video. But it's about the layers. Like I said, I knew I wanted that top part light, so here I am adding an even lighter blue. And I started from the bottom and moved into my darker color. And again, I'm not using a lot of pressure. I'm just using a lot of layers. And the more layers you get, the deeper the color, the coverage. And then I darken in the bottom, and then I move it into the top. Starting at the bottom, and then I move up into the darker color, or the color that I'm blending with. And again, I'm not using a lot of pressure. I am just using a lot of layers, back and forth, back and forth. Here I'm into the lighter colors, filling in at the bottom, and then I'll move up into my the darker area to blend that. And it's really just about layers when it comes to colored pencil. And now we're starting to see something. It didn't look like that in the beginning, and now we're starting to see something. So again, my tips would be to keep sharpen pencil. Like, I kept pausing this video so that I could go sharpen the pencil, but I sharpen a lot. I have one of those old school electric sharpeners, which works best to me, for me. Again, art is a preference. Your choice is preference. There's no right or wrong way to me, as long as you get the job done. You know what I mean? Like, some people believe there's a certain way you do it. Certain things are art. To me, anything you create can be art. And any way you get to your end result, it's your preference. Once you learn fundamentals, it's your preference. So I just, see, it's just about the layers. And you just want one smooth piece. It's not choppy, it's gradual. That's why you add the color back up into your previous colors. Start in the bottom in its own space and move into the shared space. And just you keep laying those layers until you get the look you want. Remember to do light layers. If you start too dark, you can compromise your paper and you won't be able to get a smooth transition. So just light layers, different directions, repetitively. Have fun with your drawing. Remember, creating is fun. Have fun with it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, interact so that we can get our views up. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.